Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 2 is here. Week 1 is in the books, and just quick recap of last week. I went 1-1 in my video picks. My number 1 pick cashed. That's the Baltimore Ravens, and my dog cash, which I told you to pick Minnesota on the money line, and they won. The 2 that didn't win was the Detroit Lions, ended up backdoor covering, and the San Francisco 49ers, who let me down. You know, I traded that pick for the Indianapolis, who let me down. You know, I should just pick the Texans. You know, that's what I should have done. I did all that research on that game, end up not doing it, and then, you know, I should just went with the Texans. Whew. Anyways, you know, next time I'll look at NFLweather.com, which I didn't do last week. That was another mistake. Week 1 mistakes for me. I do apologize. 50-50. My under and overs on Twitter went 1 and 2 again at San Francisco game. Just totally. Anyways, but the Baltimore game I made out on big time. So looking back again last week, there was 7 games that were favored 5 points or more, and only one team covered that 5 points, and that was the Baltimore Ravens, which I gave you as my number 1 pick last week. So 1 and 6, the losers of the spreads were San Francisco, New Orleans, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Tennessee, and Denver. So all of them didn't cover the spread, which had 5 or more points. So that being said, and my pool, I went 9 and 7. At 9 and 7, 68 points on that pool. Those people who are getting zeros, you got to pick confidence points. So say, for an example, I like the Lions this week, or if you like the Lions this week, or does anybody like the Lions this week, you know, and you're like, oh, they're playing Washington, you know, maybe 4 points, you know, so you rate them 1 through 16 for points, and that's how you get your points by the end of the week. Don't worry, it's only week 1, you got 16 more weeks to go, plus the playoffs, so you got plenty of time. And those still wanting to join the pool, the links are below to join. The winner this week was Rostradamus. He went 9 and 7 just like me, but he got 86 points, so he scored better in the point system, and we got the same amount of games won. Number 2, let's take the Moon's money. That would be Gio. He got 10 and 6. I thought he was going to make some videos this week. I didn't see anything yet. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, but he got 81 points. And Gavin, another prognosticator, he got 9 and 7, same as me as well. 79 points. So they all got better point systems than me, and Gio got the best at 10 and 6. So thanks for joining. I can't wait. It's gonna be a great season. I love the pools. I know it's free. You know, just join, just have some fun. Why not? So, all right, let's get on with the picks. My 4th pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are a 7-point home dog. Dak Prescott's out. Everybody knows that he got a thumb injury. Probably needs surgery, or did have surgery. Cooper Rush will be replacing him. He's only started 1 game, and that was last year against the Minnesota Vikings at home. Within that 1 start, though, he was 60% on passing. Passed for 325 yards with 2 TDs, and that sounds better than Prescott already. So, I mean, why not? What did Cincinnati Bengals do last week? They just, you know, went to Pittsburgh, got 5 turnovers, like 4 interceptions. You know, I'm not buying the hype yet. I know, the Bengals went to the playoffs last year. They still have problems with the O-line. For me, 7 points is way too much, so give me Dallas plus 7 points. My 3rd pick of the week, we got the New England Patriots traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a 1-point home dog. Cincinnati Bengals had 5 turnovers last week, just as I said before, and barely won in overtime. Last-minute field goal. They were trying to give it away as much as possible, but just couldn't do it. They just played off. I know Mac Jones having issues, health issues. I heard some back issues. I'm not a big Mitch fan. TJ Watt most likely out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the New England Patriots defense is a little bit better. Here they are. Pittsburgh won last week. The Patriots didn't, so it gives them more ambition. You got Bill Belichick. Is he going to lose 2 weeks in a row? I'm not guessing so. I like Mac better than Mitch. So give me the New England Patriots -1. My second pick of the week, we got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Indianapolis Colts are a 4.5-point road favorite. I think Indianapolis dominated last week. They did extremely well, just couldn't finish it. I mean, not good in the red zone, and they ended up, tying with Houston, a divisional team. Houston's not a great team as well, but I'm not a big Trevor Lawrence fan. I mean, I looked at his game plan with Washington, just horrible, and they had a lead. They could have won the game, and they just blew it. So, not a big Jacksonville fan. This is a divisional game. Are you thinking the division favorite Colts are going to go 0-1-1 in their division to start out the year? I don't think so. So give me the Indianapolis Colts -4.5. And my number one pick of the week, we got the Chicago Bears traveling to the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers are a 10-point home favorite. Like, holy cow, 10 points, that's a lot, especially no one covered the 5 but one team last week, and here we got a 10 on the, but remember those sayings, I own you. The Packers own the Bears by far, and this is probably the Bears team. See what I was counting for last week, I said, man, how are they going to score? Their offense is depleted. There's nobody on there, and then of course the rain, and I was like, they're still not going to get you points, but San Francisco gave them. Here you go, you need some points, here you go, Merry Christmas. But not this week. The Green Bay Packers last year, they got shut down 38-3 in New Orleans, and what they do in week 2, turn around and destroy the Detroit Lions 35-17. Yep. So I think they're just going to come back home, play against the Bears, a divisional game, and they're not going to go 0-2 in the division, that's for sure, and just destroy the Bears, who can't seem to score. I know the Packers have a little bit of questions on the offensive line, but I'm not buying it. And if you don't feel comfortable with this game, you can always tease it down to 3. But me, I'm taking the Green Bay Packers -10. All right, those are my picks. So let me just do a quick rundown. My 3-team teaser I'm going to have this week. Like I said, San Francisco blew it for me last week. And my 3-team teaser will be the Cleveland Browns -0.5 point. I'll go with the Seattle Seahawks plus, was it like 15? And then I'll take the Green Bay Packers -3. So that will be my 3-team teaser. Just quickly running down the games and my thoughts, which I did fairly well last week. Thursday Night Football, we got the Chargers at Kansas City. Kansas City 3.5 point favorite. Last year the Chargers went into Kansas City and won 30-24. Man, it's gonna be a good game. But I'm still rolling with Kansas City. What they showed me was a lot better than what the Chargers showed me. And the Chargers, this could be a 3-point game. You just don't know. I'm not really going to bet on this game. But for the pool's sake, I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs at home. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins at Baltimore. Baltimore favored 4.5 points. Baltimore, fast-paced at the beginning of the season every year. Usually the first 2 games, they just knock teams out. Baltimore is 4-0 at home against Miami, and the last time they met was the game was 40-0. So yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens -4.5. Next, we got the New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. Man, that's a high point spread. I don't like the Jets. I got the Jets finishing dead last the season all year with a ticket in my future. But then you got Cleveland -6.5. It's a tough game, but. I'm taking Cleveland -6.5, but I'm gonna, tease that down to like a 0.5, on my teaser. Next, we got Washington at Detroit. Detroit's a 2-point home favorite. Washington off a win, Detroit off a loss. Detroit's one of those. They did great against the spread last year, so I'm picking Detroit at home to get their first victory against Washington. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the New Orleans Saints. The Bucs aren't very good against New Orleans. The last 8 meetings, they're 7-1. New Orleans 1 straight up. Here they are at home, getting 3 points. So give me the New Orleans Saints +3. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers at the New York Giants. New York Giants are a 2.5-point home favorite. You know, Giants are off a win, Carolina's off a loss. Who are the Giants to be favored for anybody? But you know, they did show signs of improvement in the second half of that game. Yeah, I'll probably end up taking Carolina on this one. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Rams. Rams are a 10-point favorite. Yeah, I know Atlanta was like, oh, everybody in Atlanta sucks. You know, they did pretty good last week, I thought. And Stafford, I know Stafford like the back of my hand. You know, one year, you know, I had a shoulder injury. I'm fine, did crappy that whole year. And then another year, he's, oh, my thumb, I'm fine, did crappy that whole year. Here it is, you know, his elbow, same thing, you know. He's going to do crappy all year. So, I'm not saying they're not going to win this game, but I don't think they're going to win it by 10 points. So give me the Atlanta Falcons plus 10 points. Next, we get the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers are favored 8.5 points. Are you freaking kidding me? 8.5 points. San Francisco 49ers who couldn't even beat the Bears. And the Bears offense stinks. Seattle at least showed some kind of life. Geno Smith, you know, I thought he played fairly well. I know they're in a dome. This is going to be a better weathered game. So it'll be close. It's a divisional game. So how do you give in, you know, San Francisco 49ers 8.5 points? No. So give me Seattle Seahawks plus 8.5 points. Next, we got the Houston Texans at the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos, geez, 10 points. What the? Yeah, way too many points. Denver Broncos just got beat by Seattle. What makes you think, you know, they're going to just kill Houston, who just went into the Indianapolis and won? Or tied, rather. So, yeah, again, too many points. Denver's got to show me something. So give me the Houston Texans plus 10. Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Las Vegas Raiders. Vegas Raiders are 4.5-point favorite. Yeah, Vegas, what are you doing? They got 13 rush attempts. And it was mostly all passing. Their offensive line is depleted. But, you know, Arizona's struggling both offense and defense. So who do you pick? 4.5 points, just kind of low. I think the Raiders are a slightly better team. This might be a field goal win, staying away from this game. But for the record, I'll take the Vegas minus 4.5 points. Next, we got the two Monday night football games. We got the Tennessee at Buffalo. Buffalo, 10-point favorite, man. Cut low. Man, just take my money now. I ain't doing it. Not for me. I think Buffalo's, I know they're ranked number 1. Tennessee off that, you know, bad loss against the Giants last week. Yeah, 10 points, just too much. Do I think Buffalo's, I mean, they can, you know, stomp all over Tennessee, but I think they will? No, it's not a divisional game. There's no point in stomping all over them. The Tennessee Titans tend to play better up than they do down, so like a lesser team like the Giants, but they play real well against Buffalo. So yeah, give me Tennessee plus 10 points. And last but not least, we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles for the second Monday night game. I don't know who made this schedule. So Philadelphia's favored by 2 somehow. I don't know how. Philadelphia defense not that good. You know, the Lions ran 181 yards and passed 205 yards. And Minnesota's a far better team than the Lions. I think Minnesota's just gonna have their way with Philadelphia, and Minnesota might take the division. I'm hoping so because I hate Green Bay. Go Vikings. So give me the Minnesota Vikings plus those points. And that's it for the week. I want to thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's another thing. You know, turn on the bell notification. My videos every week. Tuesday, I try to do it every Tuesday. And for whatever reason I can't do it Tuesday on Wednesday. Also on my Twitter, my links below if you want to see my unders and overs, usually on Friday or Saturday. So again, I thank you for stopping by. I don't need any of your money. I'm just here to make some videos and get some ad revenue, but just for no reason, just for why not. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you next week. Peace.